Active voice. The subject performs the action. Passive voice. The subject receives the action. The player kicks the ball. The ball is kicked by the player. Subject plus verb plus object. Subject plus be plus past participle or regular verb plus ed. The object of an active sentence becomes the subject of a passive sentence. We make an active sentence passive because we want to put more important information at the beginning of a sentence. Tourists spend a lot of money in New York. Tourists is important. A lot of money is spent in New York by tourists. A lot of money is important. We use passive more in writing and formal speech because we want to put emphasis on the action or recipient, not the doer, and sound more impersonal. The experiment was performed and results were recorded, instead of we performed the experiment and recorded the results. Please note, in passive tense, if a verb is regular, we add ed. For example, the ball is kicked by a player. If a verb is irregular, we use past participle form of this verb. For example, the ball is hit by a player. You can use a dictionary to find irregular verb forms and try to memorize them. Eat, ate, eaten. Go, went, gone. Hit, hit, hit. See, saw, seen. Affirmative statements. Present simple, singular. The player kicks the ball. The ball is kicked by the player. Plural. The players kick the balls. The balls are kicked by the players. Present continuous, singular. The player is kicking the ball. The ball is being kicked by the player. Plural. The players are kicking the balls. The balls are being kicked by the players. Present perfect, singular. The player has kicked the ball. The ball has been kicked by the player. Plural. The players have kicked the balls. The balls have been kicked by the players. Present perfect continuous, singular. The player has been kicking the ball. The ball has been being kicked by the player. Plural. The players have been kicking the balls. The balls have been being kicked by the players. Past simple, singular. The player kicked the ball. The ball was kicked by the player. Plural. The players kicked the balls. The balls were kicked by the players. Past continuous, singular. The player was kicking the ball. The ball was being kicked by the player. Plural. The players were kicking the balls. The balls were being kicked by the players. Past perfect, singular. The player had kicked the ball. The ball had been kicked by the player. Plural. The players had kicked the balls. The balls had been kicked by the players. Past perfect continuous, singular. The player had been kicking the ball. The ball had been being kicked by the player. Plural. The players had been kicking the balls. The balls had been being kicked by the players. Future simple, singular. The player will kick the ball. The ball will be kicked by the player, plural. The players will kick the balls. The balls will be kicked by the players. Future continuous, singular. The player will be kicking the ball. The ball will be being kicked by the player, plural. The players will be kicking the balls. The balls will be being kicked by the players. Future perfect, singular. The player will have kicked the ball. The ball will have been kicked by the player, plural. The players will have kicked the balls. The balls will have been kicked by the players. Future perfect continuous, singular. The player will have been kicking the ball. The ball will have been being kicked by the player, plural. The players will have been kicking the balls. The balls will have been being kicked by the players. Agent in passive voice. A phrase consisting of by plus noun comes after a passive verb if it is important to know who performs the action. More often, the passive is used without the by phrase. Sarah was kidnapped by aliens. Who did it? Aliens. The door was opened with a special key. What was used? A special key. Agent unknown. The window was broken last night. We do not know who broke it. Agent not important. The castle was built in the 12th century. We are interested in the date, but not in the builder. Agent obvious. The robber was arrested and taken to prison. Change each sentence. It is obvious that he was arrested by the police or by. Do not change the impersonal sentence. The meeting has been cancelled. The person or people who decided to cancel the meeting are not named. Bored is always in passive, so Amy was born in Africa.